The Western Mountains region is comprised of two of our largest counties in the state of Maine, Somerset and Franklin counties. We flank the western edge of the state of Maine and all the way up to Jackman, which is about 2 hours north of Skowhegan.
Snow-covered mountaintops in winter are one of my favorites, and the Western Mountains of Maine has lots of beauty. In the early days of skiing in Maine, it was utilitarian. It was just a way to manage the snows of winter. The Maine Ski and Snowboard Museum is a nonprofit, member-supported organization dedicated to preserving, sharing, and celebrating the history and heritage of Maine's skiing and snowboarding past. What the ski sport did was it brought in jobs, it brought in recreation, it brought in appreciation for the beauty of Maine winters.
The great thing about the Western Mountains Committee is that we're all local. We all live here. We have a large variety of people on the board who are totally invested in the community and know pretty much everyone that applies in some way. The maximum grant amount that we can offer is $10,000, but we are willing to take a risk on certain things if we feel the program can be successful and have an impact in the community.
My mom heard about Don't Despair car repair online, and then she came home and told me because I'd found out that I needed a couple $100 of work done on my car, and I couldn't afford that. So then the next day I came here and I signed up for it. It's definitely really important to have a program like this around here because at least everybody once in their life needs help in some sort of way, and I feel like these programs can offer that help. Whether you need it all the time or just once, it's there.
I don't have all the natural supports in my life that are expected of me. And with kids like mine, you need a community around you because it's just very difficult to not have a village. And so Children's Task Force was pretty much my village. The Children's Task Force helped me see the world a little better through my kids' eyes.
The mission of the Skowhegan History House Museum and Research Center is to collect and protect materials and collections that represent Skowhegan and its cultural heritage.
Skowhegan and Somerset County are an important piece of the Native American history because for well over 12,000 years, this has been inhabited by the people of the First Light, which is all the Wabanaki tribes of the state of Maine and of Eastern Canada.
We're a region that really thrived and peaked when our natural products industries were doing very well. As some of those industries have moved, these regions have struggled and have needed to redefine themselves and organize around what the future will look like. We've been active in our communities, making the decisions about what we want to be in the future and innovating.
Main Street's mission is to revitalize Skowhegan, and that is by respecting our community's history, but also thinking innovatively about the future and really kind of focusing in on outdoor recreation, local food, and the arts as tools for revitalizing and placemaking in our community. Skowhegan Outdoors is an initiative of Main Street Skowhegan to bring free outdoor programming and gear and the skills that you need to actually go out and use that gear to our regional community. The Skowhegan River Park is a plan to develop our industrial river corridor that runs right through our downtown into a river park that features enhanced whitewater, so it's usable for recreation purposes. We're planning for about 50 miles of trails that will be accessible via downtown. It will give locals the opportunity to get into our river and utilize it. I think that's one of the things that makes Skowhegan and this region great, is because there are a ton of organizations that are really just dedicated to our communities. I can't thank the Maine Community Foundation enough for everything that they've done for Main Street and Skowhegan and the Western Mountains region in general.